the one and only man himself, Kai Victory, and, well, his newest asset, as we found out last week here on Octane, when Quinn Bell stabbed, some would say, Chloe Marks in the back. I would say Quinn Bell making money moves. Kai Victory slipping her a little check, convincing her to join up with Victory Inc. And of course, his head of security, Warahan, as well. And have you ever seen anything greater than this? The Climb to Fame contract holder, Quinn Bell and Warahan, going to be in action here, taking on the media outcasts and Chloe Marks. Kai Victory, of course, no longer the valet of Chloe Marks. That came to an end last week. The humiliation ritual that Chloe Marks put him through for a month. And he is, I'm sure, fixing to get a little bit of payback here tonight. But what was the tag team matchup last week here on Octane? The media outcasts taking on the team of Chloe Marks and Quinn Bell. And Quinn Bell indeed jumped off the apron as Chloe Marks went for a tag, walked out of the matchup. But these two guys really showing their character as they refuse to, well, make the most of that handicap situation. They very easily could have picked the bones, as it were, and defeated Chloe Marks. But the media outcasts deliberately took a double count out, a draw. And now they're out here to help out Chloe Marks tonight, even the odds against Victory Inc. in this trios matchup. Rebecca Starr and SJ Ray exploding out of the scene here in CMV in a casual affair. Their surprise debut challenging Reina Story and B. Barrett for the Women's Tag Team Championship. And it's not too often in this industry of ours you're going to see people willingly take a draw like we saw the media outcast do last week. Unwilling to play dirty. 9 times out of 10, I would say, hey, even I myself would have, were I in the position of the media outcast last week, I would have beaten the hell out of Chloe Marks. You kidding me? A win's the win, no matter how you get the job done. It's always been a tumultuous relationship, though, between Chloe Marks and Quinn Bell. She can't be too surprised that Quinn Bell decided to join up with Kai Victory. It's not like Marks and Quinn Bell were BFFs by any stretch of the imagination. They were constantly bickering, fighting, sort of on again, off again for a few months. I hope Marks had her fun, though, when Kai Victory was forced to be her valet, because now Victory Inc. is in full swing and Chloe Marks is about to feel just how powerful Victory Inc. truly is here tonight. Kai Victory out here swinging his big old dick tonight, showing who the boss dog is. And we're going to see him kick things off against Rebecca Starr of the media outcast. Our first of 2 trios matchups right here on Octane, number 131. Our main event, of course, will be our second round matchup in the Trios Championship Tournament, as Bob Luger and the Vice City Saints will take on the Regulators. We found out on Shockwave last night, Pure Excellence defeating the Undisputed Elite to punch their ticket to Homecoming, live from Miami, Florida. Our next roadblock on route to Ascendance 13. It's going to be a ladder match to crown the new Trios champions. Who will they be facing, though, Pure Excellence? Will it be the Vice City Saints and Bob Luger, or will it be the Regulators? We will find out in our main event. Also here tonight, we'll look at SJ Ray now tagged and going to take a little bit of a nibble out of the tip of Kai Victory's nose there. He fires back with a punch to the gut. Interesting offense by SJ Ray. As I was saying, though, also tonight, guys, it took over 9 years, but Xander Slate finally ended the dry spell at Absolution. He is the new global champion, and he will look to kick off his reign here tonight. Champ versus champ matchup we're going to get, as Slate takes on AK Buddy, the Anarchy champion. And a lot more as well, as Kai Victory tried for a pin there. No luck at ending this one early, though. As instead, he's going to send SJ Ray into the corner. She's able to escape, though. Hook to the jaw there. Ooh, elbow to the side of the head, though, by Victory, who is now an Octane superstar. He, along with Warahan, of course, Quinn Bell, anyhow, as a female competitor, is allowed to compete on either brand. So with that Climb to Fame contract, guys, of course, he can cash in anytime, anywhere he wants to for a shot at any championship here in CMV. And well, that instantly has to put the new global champion, Xander Slate, on notice. Maybe Kai Victory looks to make his move tonight. You never know. Again, it can happen anytime, anywhere. Doesn't even have to be in the ring. We've seen in the past, you know, thinking of Chris Proudfoot cashing in on George King while he was laid up in a hospital bed, pinned him in the hospital bed to win the global championship. Quinn Bell is now tagged in. And I can just see, looking at Chloe Marks, she wants to get in that ring right now and tear Quinn Bell apart. Again, though, I really don't understand why Marks is like so upset. Quinn Bell made the right decision for herself, joining up with Victory Inc. Got to think about your future, especially for someone like Quinn Bell, who I'm not going to say is old by any stretch of the imagination, but as a veteran competitor, you know, who knows how much longer she might have as an in-ring competitor. Make that money. Stack that cheddar. Who gives a damn? Quinn Bell, she's made enough friends in this industry over the years. She doesn't need to be BFFs with Chloe Marks, who gets tagged in and immediately chopped down by Quinn Bell there with a springboard drop kick, but fires back as the Prodigy. Spun out into a powerbomb, stacked up here. One. But a one count only for Chloe Marks. This thing, the Rebel Queen to her feet, delivering a big old right hook. Quinn Bell, though, fast to get to her feet. Irish whip now. Counted, however. Quinn Bell sent into the corner of Victory Inc. And Marks not backing down. Elbow, though, to the side of the head. Off the ropes, Marks. And caught on the rebound. As we often talk about, Quinn Bell puts those long legs of hers to good use. Big boots, stiff kicks. Warahan now tagged in, the head of security for Victory Inc. Immediately a double boot stop into the pin, but broken up is that pin by Rebecca Starr. Warahan now going to flip Chloe Marks over, continue the damage with a stomp to the back of the head. Look at that fan over there with a Kai Victory sign. This Kai Victory's face. A little bit of a jump scare there. I mean, a handsome man, don't get me wrong. Shot there from Rebecca Starr and tried to distract Warahan perhaps, but Warahan now falling for these swiveling hips. Gonna take out SJ Ray, and Rebecca Starr got to be careful not to get the team disqualified here. Count of three, Chloe Marks still down on the outside. Now Warahan gets guillotined there by Starr. And that gives Marks the opportunity to recover now, get back into the ring. They're playing around a little bit too much here is Chloe Marks. Warahan back to his feet now, but a big right hook by Chloe. She goes over the top, takes out the ref too, though. That slingshot shoulder tackle, so powerful, evidently. The referee got knocked back as well. Stomp to the knee off that Tiger Bomb. And Marks, as vintage as it gets right here, rolling fireman's carry sent on. Can't go for the pin, though. The referee is down. Marks going to keep up the attack. Crucifix driver, but again, with the referee momentarily incapacitated, could have the match won here, but cannot go for the pin. Instead, going to tag in Rebecca Starr. There we go. Referee back to his feet now. Starr's going to go for the pin. I think way too much time, though, has passed. And anyway, Kai Victory into the ring to break up the pin. Monkey Flip going to send Warahan into the corner. This team in the media outcast and Chloe Marks working very well together so far. Trying to ruin the arrival here on Octane of Victory Inc. SJ Ray, oh, with a beautiful leg drop bulldog, kicking it old school Schmitty style here. Referee, a little bit of a delay, perhaps still groggy after being taken out by Chloe Marks. And Ray, though, to the top, or should I say, Rebecca Starr to the top with a rock star-esque leg drop and follows up with a moonsault, tries to anyhow. Warahan gets out of the way, though, and he's going to deliver a stiff European uppercut. Goes for a quick pin, too. 1, 2, but a kick out by Star. Warahan makes the right move here. Going to tag in Quinn Bell. Kai Victory slowly but surely building his brand here in CMV. Going from a tag team competitor to a full-blown borderline main eventer here in CMV with that Climate Fame contract in his possession. He's all but guaranteed to be a future world champion. I mean, cash-ins in the past have been unsuccessful, sure, but more often than not, the vast majority of the time, when someone cashes in, they win world championship gold. Vintage Quinn Bell, guys, with that superplex into the pin. 1, but broken up by Chloe Marks at the count of 1. Bell and Star to her feet. Gonna put her right back into the corner. Maybe another superplex. A kick maybe, but an elbow to the side of the head by Star. A Troy Colt style super kick. Bell, though, with a veteran instinct, tags Warahan back in. Rebecca Star gonna get caught with that cacao kick, guys. The head of security knocking Rebecca Star loopy. And a singly backbreaker. She just starts to punish Rebecca Star now. Oh, but a cheap shot from Chloe Marks. Warahan going to go for the pin. SJ Ray going to save her tag team partner. Rebecca Star's got to make a tag, though. And she's going to look to do that, but Warahan stops her. Very nicely done by Warahan right there. Irish Whip attempted counter, though. Warahan sent into the corner. Rebecca Star, big kick to the side of the head. She's looking to go up to the top rope, perhaps. Kai Victory trying to mess with her mojo, but Rebecca Star ignoring him and hits that split-legged corkscrew moonsault. As there's a much-needed tag. In comes Chloe Marks. And now Marks is showing no remorse, and why would she with the choke here? Careful, though, not to get disqualified. Warahan going to jump back into the ring, immediately caught by Marks. Punch to the gut, though. Kick to the midsection gets caught, however. Chloe Marks looking for a power bomb. The power here of Chloe Marks and a spider pin off the power bomb to take the dub and a kick out by Warahan. Marks into the corner. Tags in SJ Ray. Warahan with a momentary breather, but back into the ring now. Discus forearm smash. Immediately pulls Ray back up. Irish Whip attempt into the corner, but SJ Ray able to reverse. Ray's going to get Warahan out of this corner here. Bad place to be in. Elbow by Warahan, who now goes for a small package. Looking for the steal here on behalf of Victory Inc., but a kick out at 2. Warahan going to momentarily pander a little bit. That's not going to work, though. SJ Ray back into the ring from behind. Sends her into the corner. Warahan just going to toss SJ Ray into the corner. Knock her off the turnbuckles. And Warahan strikes a pose at perhaps the worst time. Tag to Rebecca Star. Big forearm smash with springboard. Forearm smash. Got him with the quick little 1-2 right there. Warahan, though, obviously the more powerful here. Shoulder breaker to Rebecca Star as he goes to make the tag. No, up to Brett's rope goes Warahan. What is he looking for here? Waiting very patiently for Star to get to her feet. European uppercut. Gonna chop Star down. Tag to the Rebel Queen, Quinn Bell, the newest member of Victory Inc. And Quinn going right for the botchplex, but Rebecca Star with a knee to the gut. Clothesline counting, kick to the midsection, though. Irish Whip reversal fest up in here, man. 1999. Star turns around in the corner, drop kick to the back. Oh, full steam ahead here for Quinn Bell. Ooh, tries to psych her out, be a little bit cheeky. Rebecca Star having none of it. Sidestep there by Quinn Bell, though. Irish Whip. Into the corner again. Rebecca Star a bit weary this time with the approach. Tag, though, to SJ Ray and the Media Outcasts. Gonna get down to business. That head kick brainbuster combo. Will it be enough to dispose of the Rebel Queen here, though? 1, 2, might have been. But Warahan makes the save just in time. That doesn't mean Quinn Bell's out of the woods yet, though. She's in trouble here. SJ Ray going to send her right back into the corner. The tag, they're going to do it again, I think. Hey, if one's not enough, out the back pocket, bada bing. Head kick brainbuster combo numero dos. And that'll do it. 1, 2, or it will not. The veteran Quinn Bell showcasing her tenacity by being able to kick out of that a second time. And you know her head's got to be ringing right about now like a church bell. Look at Kai Victory's getting worried here, and for good reason, as the tag is made to Chloe Marks. And Chloe can maybe finish things off here, but Quinn Bell able to shove the Prodigy back, in a very smart decision by Quinn to make that tag to Kai Victory, who at this point is nice and fresh. Victory's barely been in this match. And immediately gonna catch Chloe Marks with that shoulder breaker into the pin, but SJ Ray says, not so fast there, breaks up the pin, but pays for it. Kai Victory gonna try to snap the arm here of SJ Ray, but I think he realizes, wait a minute, that's not the legal competitor. But guys, SJ Ray, he's in trouble of getting disqualified here. Referee has begun the count. Kai Victory looks like distracted by Rebecca Starr. He doesn't know who to go for here. Chloe Marks is legal. Tries for a chop block. Well, he's starting to know him a bit too well at this point, though. Again, SJ got to get out of the ring. She's going to get disqualified here. Kai says, here, let me help you. What a nice guy. Helping SJ Ray out of the ring. See, people say Kai Victory is egotistical. He's an asshole. I didn't see that there. I saw a nice guy helping somebody out. Well, now Quinn Bell's tagged back in. Big boot by the former Vixens champion. Even a gut though by Chloe. Hook to the jaw, going to spin her around from behind. Reverse DDT, kicking it old school, but Quinn Bell's quick to escape to the outside of the ring as the tag is made to Rebecca Starr now. Chloe, though, going to keep herself busy, guys. SJ Ray might be hurt. Oh, there we go. She's starting to get back to her feet. She's down for a while there. Oh, there goes Kai Victory. Knocked off the apron by Rebecca Starr as Chloe Marks delivers up Quinn Bell on a silver platter just as Ray gets back out of the apron, tagged in here. Melee kick by SJ Ray. All this damage done to the head of Quinn Bell. Oh, up to the top. SJ Ray gonna fly with a beautiful leg drop. Maybe not as stylish as Star's, but certainly as effective. 1, 2. Damn, man, what's it gonna take to put Quinn Bell down here? SJ Ray asking that same question, looking frustrated, understandably so. Try to get Quinn Bell back into the corner, maybe a third head kick brainbuster combo, which Quinn Bell wants absolutely nothing to do with. Slam SJ Ray face first off that top turnbuckle. And again, Quinn Bell lining up her shot. Straight ahead. Oh, but wow. The insult to injury right there. Oh, and almost such a stiff slap. It almost won the match for Quinn Bell. 2.999 right there. We're going to try the trifecta backbreakers. Nice reversal. I don't know about that camera angle. SJ Ray reversed it into a swinging neckbreaker, though. Again, Quinn Bell able to keep herself out of the corner. Once more, going to try to run her down. Big boot. Sidestepped it to SJ Ray. Throws herself at Quinn Bell. Just gets sidestepped. As the Rebel Queen tags in Kai Victory. SJ Ray looks like she needs to make a tag right about now. We're going to escape to the outside. Momentary conference with Rebecca Starr. Chloe Marks going to keep Kai Victory busy. Ray back into the ring with a quick roll-up. A victory roll, as a matter of fact. Kai Victory reversed it, though, and I think he's got SJ Ray's tights. The ref doesn't see it, but SJ Ray able to reverse back into her own pin. And a kick out by Victory. Nice little back and forth there. As Ray puts Victory into the corner. Ooh, cheap shot from Rebecca Starr. And now the tag as we get the rocket launcher. Star sent off the top like a torpedo, but Kai Victory, brilliant ring awareness as he rolls out onto the apron. Star, though, says, fuck you, knocks him down to the floor. Looks like Chloe Marks can't help herself. Just got to be careful. Could lead to a disqualification. Referee's discretion. Star just got laid out by Quinn Bell. And Chloe, she can't help herself. She can't resist. Gonna try to throw Kai Victory back into the ring, but Victory versus Chloe Marks. Sent to the ring as Quinn Bell again. Lays out Rebecca Star. Victory distracted by Chloe for a second there, but now gonna start to go to work on Rebecca Star, the arms. Always setting up for one of those submissions, either the figure 4 leg lock or the cattle mutilation you're more likely to see from Kai Victory. And that's why he's starting to work on the arms here of Rebecca Star. Looks like he's gonna make a tag to Quinn Bell though right now. Quinn Bell, Kai Victory gotta get out of the ring here. Quinn from the corner, counting down for a big kick. Straight down the gullet, but Star, very wise. Will roll out of the ring. Victory tagged right back in. Nice contribution there by Quinn Bell. And Warahan going to make himself useful. Continuing the attack on Star at ringside. It's Victory looking to apply the half Tarantula to SJ Ray. Warahan thrown back into the ring by Rebecca Star here. And Kai Victory and Rebecca Star are the legal competitors right now. Big boot to knock SJ Ray down to the floor. That might be her taken care of for a while. Oh, look at this. Too big is Kai Victory for Rebecca Star to lift up. Distracted by Warahan. Warahan doing his job. Careful though. Ref got up to 3 right there. And the tag to Chloe Marks. Some teamwork here between these two. Look at this. Lighten up, Kai Victory. Double boot stop to the upper back. A momentary media outcast was Chloe Marks. Big headbutt. And into the pin. How good would this feel? 1, 2. But a kick out by Victory. Indeed close, but no cigar as Victory now crawls into the corner, hoping to get himself away from Chloe Marks here, but no such luck. SJ Ray back up on the apron. Well, we're going to tag SJ Ray in. SJ Ray can't catch a break, man. She's really been putting the team on her back in this matchup. The MVP so far. Gonna get a little bit cheeky here with Kai Victory, psyching him out. Now lift him to his feet. SJ Ray with a big super kick. That might be enough, but I guess SJ Ray's not content. Gonna lock in a crossface here. Crossface locked in. Can Quinn Bell get there in time to make the save? Yes, she can. SJ Ray gonna tag Chloe Marks in as the tag is made to Quinn Bell too. Double tag. In comes Quinn Bell. In comes Chloe Marks. Chloe, crucifix driver right away. 1, 2, 3, and that's the win for the media outcasts and Chloe Marks. Chloe said, fuck you. Bum rushed Quinn Bell there with the crucifix driver to pick up the win. A great win. And a little measure of revenge, if you will, for Chloe Marks against Quinn Bell for sure. Not exactly, I'm sure, how Victory Inc. wanted to kick off their tenure here on Octane. Chloe Marks continues to be a nuisance for Kai Victory, no matter which show he's on. towards the end of the matchup. SJ Ray with a super kick and then that crossface. Quinn Bell made the save though, and here's the crucifix driver wasting no time as Marks picks up the dub. The media outcast, Chloe Marks, making a hell of a trio here. Great win for all three of these gals. And coming up next, my friends, we've got some singles action on our hands here on Octane number 131. Salem getting ready to go one-on-one, guys, with Sophia Eve Faith. And a big night it could be for the Regulators. They're hoping to shake off what went down at Absolution and hopefully get themselves into the Trios Championship match at Homecoming. We know last night Shockwave Pure Excellence defeating the Undisputed Elite to advance. Who will they be meeting though in that ladder match? Live from Miami, Florida. Will it be the Vice City Saints and Bob Luger, or will it indeed be the Regulators, Johnny Emerald, Emmett Jones, and Aaron Stone? We find out in our main event. But right now, Sophia Eve Faith, guys, is hoping to pick up her first win here in CMV, but yet again, I don't like to be a doubter. But Salem has been simply incredible, especially over these last couple of months. She's been on a hell of a winning streak in one-on-one matchups. Sophia Eve Faith, meanwhile, fresh off of her shellacking that she took at the hands of Suplex in that Pure Rules match a couple of weeks ago. But still coming out here, gap-toothed smile and all, ready to get it on. And a more interesting news, even though things haven't been going too well for Sophia Eve Faith in the ring, outside of the ring, love continues to blossom here in CMV. As Aaron Stone walked in on Sophia Eve Faith and Emmett Jones earlier this week, didn't seem too happy about it either. Something going around here in CMV. Everybody's getting some, man, except me. What's going on now? Sick of this. Sophia Eve Faith is going to start hot here with a big kick to the back of Salem's head. Faith just desperate to prove herself. You know, she had to argue with Aaron Stone to even convince him to let her become an in-ring competitor. Unless she wants to prove to him and to everyone else that she has what it takes to be a the potentially future champion, an asset to the regulars. Pin here, a 2 count. Wait a minute, Salem's like, hang on. Off the ropes again, kick to the side of the head. And a double boot stomp to the extended arm. Faith is getting there, though. And week after week, we're seeing her evolve with the help of Johnny. Oh, well, she might have just shattered a tailbone right there. With the help of, though, Emerald Jones and Aaron Stone, of course. She's finally got herself a somewhat proper wrestling attire. That's good. That's a thumbs up. That's a step in the right direction. Like I said, Salem has just been really incredible over these last couple of months. I've become a big fan of Salem. You can sit on top of the back of Sophia's neck and follow up with a big knee to the jaw. You know, Faith able to start hot here in this matchup, but now it's slowly starting to take a turn. Turned around here in the corner, drop kick to the back, gonna put Sophia A. Faith down, but she fires off with a kick to the midsection of Salem. Gonna blow right past her though. See, I think Sophia E. Faith is a little bit too excited, man. A little bit too overzealous. I feel like that routinely costs her into the pin off that ripcord clothesline. Salem for the win here, but a kick out at 2. Salem, as wicked as they come, we found out since she debuted at the top of this new season. Loves getting into the heads of her opponents, getting under their skin. As we saw with Brina Story, as we saw with Fig. Oh, big kick there by Salem. And now with a stomp to the arm, sets Faith up for some repeated stomp to the chest. Big forearm smash to the side of the head. And up to the top now. Salem, really close range here. From off the top, yeah, I was going to say that's a little too close, and Salem went right over Sophia E. Faith's head. Good news for Faith, going to try to take advantage. Irish Whip now sends Salem off the ropes, drop down. And a Hurricane Rana into the pin. Could it be a cheeky little steal right here? No, a kick out. Out of the corner though, Sophia E. Faith. She's got a lot of energy. I think that might be, you know, even though I said a few moments ago, it's a detriment how overzealous she is. At the same time, that energy, I think, is her bigger benefit as well that she possesses. Big kick upside the head that knocks Salem down out of the corner. She's just got to start trying to pace herself a little bit better. Into the pin, but a kick out at 1. Well, still to come here tonight, my friends. Up next, we got Carlos Corvo and Ahmed one-on-one. Also, Xander Slate kicks off this Global Championship reign, taking on AK Bunny, champ versus champ. And our main event, pinfall here by Salem and a kick out by Faith. It's going to be our second round matchup, Trios Championship Tournament. Bob Luger and the Vice City Saints taking on the Regulators. Who's going to homecoming? Elbows to the side of the head here by Salem. As I think Faith might have been setting up for that airplane spin. Big Uranagi from Salem. I'm just going to watch as Faith desperately picks herself up in the corner. Not where you want to be, though. Nicely done by Faith there, getting a knee up now. A little bit more cautious. See, that's what I'm talking about. We need to see more of this from Faith. Slow it down a little bit when you need to. Elbow to the side of the head, though. That might not have been the best time to do so. Dragged into the corner. But again, Faith fights back. And Faith, wait a minute. Sliced oranges. The Blake factor. Whatever you want to call it. Out of the corner. Into the pin. Oh my God, she almost had it too. Of course, it's going to be at homecoming. Sliced oranges versus Blake Factor. Ashley Rain, if she can make it, is the caveat. Will be challenging Alice Blake for the Women's World Championship. Alice Blake decided that herself earlier tonight. As up to the top rope. Oh my God, tries for a leg drop, but Salem gets out of the way at the very last second. And now off the ropes, drop down by Salem. Leapfrog 2, going to catch Faith. Big Luthez pressing, big right hands. Into the pin, forearm to the face. I love that. That nastiness. Oh, what's this slow count here? Referee counting. What was that now? Hang on. Excuse me. That was a blatant slow count. What the hell? And look at Faith now, though. She's hulking up. Showcasing that fighting spirit. Scoop slam on the floor. Faith going to throw Salem now closer to the skill steps before getting herself back into the ring. And an opportunity for Faith to try to recover a little bit here, catch her breath. As she waits patiently in the corner. Salem has until 20 to get back into the ring. She is down right now and not looking too hot. Starting to recover though. Salem gets to her feet. And right back into the ring. No beating around the bush here. Oh, tries for a forearm. Sophia's a bit quicker though. With that punch, counter, the Irish whip, off the rope she goes. Salem, wrong time to do some hooting and hollering. And a beautiful tilt-a-whirl. Wait a minute! Fujiwara! A Fujiwara armbar quickly though rolls out of it to Salem. As we get some kicks. Oh, what a knee to the jaw. Gonna spin Sophia around, knife that chop. Sophia is standing her ground though. Props to Sophia E. Faith. But Salem, big, nasty. Oh, a forearm smash. And a rolling cacao kick. And just like that, I think the fighting spirit has been snuffed out. Salem with the triangle choke. Middle of the ring. There's nowhere for Faith to go. Can she hang in there? Salem's got it tight. Faith will not tap though. And Salem going to release the hold. Oh, but Faith is in all sorts of trouble though. Off the ropes. Okay, then. Not too sure what that was, but Salem. Leapfrog. Belly to belly, but no! Sophia bites out of it. Gonna try to close that distance. Tanahashi clothesline. Kicking it Tio style. Into the corner. Wait a minute. Is she looking for it again? No, I thought she was going to go for Blake Factor once more. Scoop slam sets her up to the top. Going to try maybe from the leg drop. Wait a minute. What is she doing? Sophia. Off the top. Oh my God. Kill shot. Damn. Into the pin. Middle of the ring. 1, 2. Mamma mia. Sophia. 2.999. And the fans are on their feet. They're starting to get behind Sophia E. Faith, who tries to grab at the arm of Salem. Forearm smash though, knocks her loopy. And now Salem says enough of this then. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for coming, Sophia. Even all. Give a round of applause for Sophia E. Faith in that match. Like I said, week after week, she's getting better and better. But still not good enough. As Salem continues her winning ways here tonight. Thought for dang sure that Sophia E. Faith had it won off that kill shot. The spirit is there, but the body so far is unwilling. Sophia E. Faith, though, she got to keep at it, and I think one day she could be a legitimate competitor here in this women's division of ours. But here's Salem shutting that shit down real quick. Silencing Faith and picking up another win. Coming up next here on Octane number 131, my friends, a rematch from a few weeks ago as Carlos Corvo gets ready to take on Ahmed. And of course, this is the matchup that Ahmed wanted a couple of weeks back. He called Corvo out in the ring. He said, come down here, let's get it on again. But Corvo left him on red. Ahmed certainly more gassed up over these last few weeks than we've seen so far here in this new season. But Carlos Corvo, oh wait a minute, Ahmed! Where the hell did he come from? I think he popped out of the crowd and hopping off the steel steps to deliver a double axe handle as Corvo was just about to enter the ring here. But the former Intercontinental Champion trying to fight back now after being blindsided like that. Big kick to the top of the head. I'll admit, man, this fire is what's been missing from Ahmed lately. They're obviously former friends with the man. I know him very well. I feel like coming into this new season, he lost a little bit of his mojo, but we heard from him last week. He was very passionate. But unfortunately, it looks like maybe this attempted pre-match ambush might backfire. Carlos Corvo just pissed him off as he just starts to tear into Ahmed now, but there we go. By the way, this matchup is not, oh! Well, I was about to say, this match is not actually started yet, so otherwise Corvo might have been DQ'd right there after that blatant eye poke, but they haven't actually gotten into the ring yet, so the bell has not rung. Ahmed, though, gonna throw Corvo back into the ring, and now the match will begin. There you hear the bell ringing. This match is underway. The referee leading it, going to allow this match to properly begin. He very easily could have thrown it out, but Corvo's still got his jacket on as Ahmed now takes hold of his arm. Like I said, this intensity Ahmed's been lacking lately. It's back, though. The Egyptian Dominator looking like he's about to rip Corvo's arm off right now. Corvo, though, able to escape. He's got to get his jacket off. His vision's going to be obscured here with his hood up. He's just seeing red right now, though, I imagine, as he lays Ahmed out. I'm going to show off the 18-inch python. There we go, able to take off this jacket now. We're properly down to business. Sends Ahmed into the corner. A former Intercontinental Champion, former Octane Tag Team Champion is Carlos Corvo. I personally think that Ahmed's a little bit jealous because he's obviously been here much longer than Carlos Corvo, but Corvo in a relatively short amount of time has already more accolades than Ahmed. That's just my opinion, though. Ahmed, I'm telling you, he's on his game right now. He's going to drag. Maybe looking to lock in the Cairo clutch. Corvo wants nothing to do with it, though. Back and forth in between these two. Collar elbow tie up now. Both men very similar builds, height-wise. I think probably even strength as well. And whereas Carlos Corvo probably has the advantage when it comes to striking, Ahmed certainly takes it when we talk about submission game. Oh, now onto the apron forearm smash. As Corvo delivers a big-time twist of fate out in the middle rope, going to knock Ahmed down to the floor. As Corvo again admires his incredible physique, and why shouldn't he? The KO Kid. Now I'm going to try to slow things down. Big-time shots, all it takes, as we've talked about plenty of times before, is one right hook. One KO punch from Corvo, and you are done for. Or maybe this, a pile driver on the floor, and just like that, this one could be over. Ahmed now, that's not going to help any. Head first into the steel ring post, and it looks like Corvo might be content with taking a count-out win here, and he very well may. I don't know if Ahmed's going to be able to get back up after that. Count of 7. 8, and Ahmed is still down, holding his head. Can he do it? 9, can he get back into the ring? Yes, Yes, he can. Just before 10. And Corvo thought he had it won, but maybe he should have taken the count-out loss. The KO punch connects, and Carlos Corvo, no! What a kick out by Ahmed. Usually it's one and done for Corvo. Oh, they continue the attack. Focusing on the head of Ahmed here, and it's only a matter of time at this rate. Hammering away at Ahmed. He's virtually unresponsive at this point. Corvo just having his way with an open and quick kick to the top of the head. And just like that, Corvo going to get dragged over to the ropes by Ahmed. Ooh, but an elbow to the side of the head, whatever he's trying to set up over there. Dropping attempted, no. Double axe handle. And Ahmed from the apron now. Not going to see him flying very often. Cross body, AK Bunny style. And Corvo going to try to roll to the outside, try to get himself a momentary breather. But Ahmed said, I don't think so, brother. Oh, man, lifted him up. Torture rack going to try to snap the spine of the KO Kid. Getting back into the ring, though. Yeah, Ahmed wants a decisive win over Carlos Corvo here. He's not going to be trying to win this one by count out. Gets back into the ring. Corvo's waiting for him. Who's faster? Corvo's got the advantage now. He's looking for that Chilean uppercut. And this might be the end of Ahmed. Nails it. Does the KO Kid. 1, 2. No, Ahmed refusing to stay down here, but Carlos Corvo, look at this. No wasted motion. He's right back to work, dropping those bombs. Official. Oh, now Ahmed's busted open. And Corvo going to make sure the hair is looking good. You looking good, kid. Up to the top. Oh, boy. From the heavens, Cam Harris special. Attempted, but Ahmed maybe playing possum there. Off the ropes now. Big boot by the Egyptian Destroyer. Knee to the side of that. Now Corvo's busted open. These two are killing each other out here. What a match. Look at Ahmed now. Big old grin. As out of the corner he goes for a big crossbody. Not going to stop there. Stop to the ankle. Tries again, but Corvo to shove him back. And to ringside once again we go. Look to the jaw. Nope. Fires back on the forearm. Smash Ahmed. Big knee attempted. Corvo seen it coming. Scoops him up. Drops down behind. Reversal fest here. 1999. Count of 2 and Ahmed. As blood pours down his face. Corvo delivering some stiff kicks to the back of the leg. And there's the combo from the former pro boxer. Gave him the quick 1-2-3 piece. And Ahmed looks like he's asleep on his feet right now. Corvo gonna throw him back into the ring, and will this finally do it? 1, 2. No! Well, maybe that time it took Corvo to get Ahmed back into the ring might be what allowed Ahmed to kick out there, but there it is again. Yeah, that's count to 100. It's got to be over now. 1, 2, 3. Carlos Corvo once again picks up the win against Ahmed here. Well, this is a very different Ahmed that we've been seeing over the last few months, though. What a match. But the result is still the same in the end. Corvo just seems to have the number of the Egyptian Dominator. Beautiful Chilean uppercut by the KO Kid there. A lot of punishment Ahmed took in this matchup, man. Look at this beautiful double bounce cross body out of the corner. But here's where it pretty much ended. Gave him the 1-2-3 piece. Threw him back into the ring. That wasn't enough, but well, Corvo, not the type of man to waste any time. Got him second time with that right hook. He probably could have counted to 1,000 right there. It was over. Another great win for Carlos Corvo. But for Ahmed, I like the intensity we've been seeing from over the last few weeks, but clearly still something else has to change. Well, coming up next, my friends, we've got ourselves a huge non-title tag team matchup as our women's tag team champions, B. Barrett and Brina Story, about to take on the team of Celestia and Ellie Quinn. Quickly becoming, in my opinion, one of the greatest tag teams in, I'm not even talking about just the women's tag team division, period, over these last few years. What a hell of a reign it has been. These two won the inaugural Women's Tag Team Cup, defeated Sarah Miller and Alice Blake to become Women's Tag Team Champions. Now they're on 4 successful defenses. And how about Brina Story herself, guys, who at Absolution a couple of nights ago made it to the final 3 of the Queen of the Hill. What a performance. And it looks like we got ourselves a ringside guest, by the way. Hiko Kishimoto parking themselves from the corner of the Women's Tag Team Champions for this matchup, it looks like. As there we see Celestia and Ellie Quinn. They're not alone either. Women's World Champion Alice Blake, it looks like, going to be in the corner of these two. Keep an eye on Hiko Kishimoto, who's obviously vowed to expose not only Pat's LaFames, but Ellie Quinn as frauds, not worthy of Celestia's friendship, or in Ellie Quinn's case, love. And we saw what they did at a casual affair, saw what they did a few weeks ago to Sarah Miller, and they are far from finished. As B. Barrett looks to kick things off against Celestia for this non-title matchup, but with Hiko Kishimoto and Alice Blake at ringside, hopefully we get ourselves a clean bout here, but I would highly doubt it. Pin Barrett's going to try to end this one nice and quickly. She sees what's going on here and wants no part of it, probably. Understandable. Celestia and Ellie Quinn, I'm sure, not at 100%, just a couple of days removed from War Games at Absolution, which, of course, they were victorious, but those bumps, bruises, I could go away so quickly. Here comes Story in. Oh my goodness, changed trajectory mid-air to hit that moonsault. And now out of the corner, gonna run Celestia down with a drop kick to the side of the head. How about what we saw earlier tonight, though, guys, when Brina Story and B. Barrett were brought into the locker room of Beatrice Lotus. seemingly for some kind of meeting. We didn't get the full details, unfortunately, but that's intriguing, interesting development there. We've, of course, seen Brandon Story and Beatrice Lotus kind of going back and forth with another over the last couple of weeks. Last episode of Octane, Story defeating Amber Young and Beatrice Lotus in a triple threat match. Perhaps Lotus has taken notice of Story, as have many people. What an up-and-comer. Kiko's trying to cause some chaos, sliding a kendo stick into the ring, I imagine for Story to utilize. I don't think Story would anyhow, even if she had the opportunity. The Women's Tag Team Championship not on the line here. But most certainly a win for Celestia and Ellie Quinn will put them in that number one contenders position, you gotta imagine. Is Ellie Quinn gonna perhaps pay homage? Look at this, walking right past. Oh, and Kiko! Okay, that was a blatant attack. And now Kiko gonna throw Ellie Quinn. And the ref's not having it, guys. Kiko Kishimoto is out of here. I mean, they blatantly attacked Ellie Quinn there. Like, no doubt about it. So, what do you expect is gonna happen? Kiko Kishimoto ejected from ringside. As now this match continues. But obviously, the upper hand now goes to Brina Story and Pete Barrett, going to take advantage of that attack. Lucky that this match didn't get thrown out by DQ. Referee showing some leniency by just ejecting Kishimoto. Pete Barrett now back in. And Alice Blake still in the corner of Celestia and Ellie Quinn. Of course, earlier tonight, I gave Alice Blake the opportunity to choose her opponent at Homecoming. And out of everyone on the entire women's roster, Alice Blake chose Ashley Rain. Blake saying, I want to cement my reign. I want to face the absolute best of the best. You know, the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be. En route to her becoming potentially the greatest women's world champion of all time. But the question is, though, as even Alice Blake pointed out herself, will Ashley Rain be able to make it to Homecoming to compete in that huge championship match after what we saw done to her last night on Shockwave by the Killjoy Club? But if she can make it, what a match. I mean, this could headline an Ascendance. Ashley Rain versus Alice Blake for the Women's World Championship. Well, ever since that attack by Kiko Kishimoto, the Women's Tag Team Champions have been firmly in control here. Ellie Quinn is, pardon my French here, getting her ass handed to her. Able to escape here, though, and desperately going to try for a roll-up, try for a steal. Will it be enough, though? Kick out. As Ellie tries for a kick now, B. Barrett sidesteps. Irish whip reverse, though. Into the corner goes Barrett. Ellie going to back down, though, and make the wiser decision to tag in a fresh Celestia. Well, fresher than Ellie Quinn, at least. Again, I don't think either of them are near 100% after War Games, but Irish whip, nope, reversed by Barrett. Drop down. Tries to kick to the shin. A little bit of a dick move. A double underhook DDT to follow it up. As Celestia drops down to the outside, perhaps looking for some words of wisdom from Alice Blake. What the hell is that? Something trying to attack me here in the commentary booth. Celestia gonna grab a hold of Brina Story's arm. Careful though not to disqualify. This referee, like I said, has been lenient, but have to break the hole before 5 there. Celestia out of the corner. Not fast enough though. Story might just be the fastest woman in all of CMV right now. Chucking Celestia down to the floor. And gonna take to the air for a DDT! Spiking the Moonchild off the floor. And Senton gets a "This is awesome" chant from the fans. Well deserved indeed. But a quick wrench of the arm, and just like that, Celestia back in control. Throws Brina Story. Ooh, ribs first into the side of the steel steps. Dang. And on the count of 5, Celestia looking at Brina Story, goes for the big boot. That pump kick that won Celestia the Rising Star Championship back in a matter of pride. Guys, we're at a count of 8 here, by the way. Brina Story gonna hop back into the ring. And I don't think Celestia, wait a minute, ref's trying to give them a chance here. Can they get back up inside? Wow. Again, this referee, you gotta give her some credit. She is being as lenient as can be. Any other ref probably would have counted Celestia out right there. Gonna light Brina Story up. Quick trip of the leg by Story. Ellie Quinn can see Celestia in trouble. Looks to make the tag. Celestia with a German suplex. And sends Story out of the corner, and there indeed is the tag to Ellie Quinn. The perennial thorn in the side of Shay Hoxton. In my opinion, a cancer here in CMV. Which hopefully Shay Hoxton can cut out. Hook to the jaw there by Ellie Quinn. Alice Blake with a watchful eye from ringside. The Story gets dropped down onto the floor. And Ellie gonna tag Celestia back in. Slapped her on the back. Celestia gonna go after B. Barrett. And as Ellie Quinn throws Brina Story back into the ring, but Barrett guillotining Celestia. Story and Celestia both back to their feet, elbow to the side of the head. Story goes off the ropes, misses that drop kick though. And that might set her up for Celestia to take advantage. Knee to the extended arm. Again, the Women's Tag Team Championship not up for grabs here. Non-title matchup, but a win for Celestia and Ellie Quinn would very well earn them a future championship opportunity. And meanwhile, this would be a huge win for B. Barrett and Brina Story, no doubt about it, to defeat Celestia, former Women's World Champion, Ellie Quinn, a former Undisputed World Champion. Story wants to make that tag, but Celestia is not going to allow it. Going to slow things down now with a side headlock headstand, showing off a little bit. A little bit of cheek from Celestia. He goes out onto the apron. Going to go to the top. A little bit of a distance here. Celestia, though, double boot stop, trying to put Brina Story right through the canvas. Look at Story, picks up the ankles, and a roll up here. One. What a pin, but only a 1 count. Now it's Celestia looking to get out of the ring. Looking to make a tag to Ellie Quinn. Brina Story going to allow it. Looks like Story wants a piece of Quinn here. Immediate kick to the midsection as Ellie Quinn gets thrown into the corner. And the tag is made to B. Barrett. Looks like an atomic drop off the ropes. B. Barrett with a back suplex. Nice teamwork by the Women's Tag Team Champions. Ellie Quinn, though, of course, ring veteran. Knowing where she is at all times, able to roll to the outside. Watch out for Alice Blake. Elbow to the side of the head of Barrett. She's trying to creep up from behind. Hook to the jaw now. Barrett with a pump handle back suplex on the floor. Back out of the ring is B. Barrett now. Going to deliver a punch to the jaw of Celestia. 1 is enough though. Celestia fights her off with a forearm smash. Barrett telling Ellie Quinn to get back into the ring. Let's get it on here. Ellie Quinn obliges and catches some kicks to the face. Alice Blake getting up out of the apron. Looks like she's getting a bit antsy from ringside. As Ellie Quinn gets sent into the corner. B. Barrett going to make the tag to Brina Story. And a rocket launcher. Gonna send Brina flying off the top, mowing down Ellie Quinn. Brina Story trips her up, double boot stop. And things not looking good for Ellie Quinn right about now. She really lost her mojo in this matchup when Kiko Kishimoto attacked her at ringside. And now Brina Story with the trifecta. Happy enough to put Ellie Quinn away, shoots the half, hooks the leg. Oh, but damn, Celestia got in real quick to break that up. Good Lord. The Brina Story upset about that. Back to the task at hand. No, that's Ellie Quinn off the top with the monumental moonsault. Into the pin. 1, 2. But a kick out. Immediately Story tags Barrett in as Ellie Quinn, in a desperate attempt, picks herself in the corner. Obviously hurt and able to kick out there, but the damage done. And Barrett now going right after her. Ooh, gets up the legs, but still a kick to the back of the head. Barrett off the ropes now, sliding German suplex. Ellie Quinn is in a bad way here. Needs to make that tag. And this is foolish by Barrett to allow it to happen. And look at Alice Blake now getting involved in this matchup at last. Distracting B. Barrett, but Celestia is too busy checking out Ellie Quinn. Alice Blake has left the door wide open. Celestia, though, not taking advantage. Too worried about the well-being of Ellie Quinn there. Now the knee from Barrett off the top. Moonsaults. Not of the monumental variety, but a nice one nonetheless. Kick out, though, by Celestia. B. Barrett watching as Celestia drags themselves out of the apron. Big drop kick. Oh, almost. Look at Alice Blake like, damn. Celestia almost fell right into her lap there. DDT off the apron. Barrett handling business right now, my goodness. As Celestia gets dragged into a head scissors, repeated elbows to the top of the head. Alice Blake now keeping her distance. She says, let me not mess with this B again. Lest I feel the sting. Barrett going to the top, maybe another moonsault. Maybe not. B. Barrett gonna fly, cross body into the pin. Could she take it here? One. Just a one count. Barrett, though, on her shit right now. And Celestia gonna get caught with the B's knees. No, missed it. But she got it. Oh, but Celestia misses that Shining Wizard. Gonna try for it again. Counters the counter to B. Barrett. What a back and forth here. Oh, World's Strongest Slam. As the tag is made to bring a story. Now, B. Barrett just hit a World's Strongest Slam. Kick to the back as Story just gonna try for the pin. Says, hey, we ball into the pin. But a kick out by Celestia. Brina Story gets to her feet. Celestia is struggling right now. Great combo by Story. Missed the first kick, but got her on the second one. The women's tag team champions, guys, have low-key been dominating this matchup. I mean, that's got to be thanks in large part to the attack by Kiko Kishimoto, though. Really, Ellie Quinn was rolling until that. Oh, look at Alice Blake again. Making herself useful from ringside, distracting Brina Story as Celestia is given an opportunity to catch their breath in the corner. Will it be enough, though, as Story goes after Celestia now, grabbing at their arm. Big forearm smash. Sets up Celestia. Oh, okay. I think that was an attempted moonsault, but it kind of was like a double knee. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't think that's what Brita's story was necessarily intended. Oh, the moon stomp out of nowhere! Celestia with a last ditch effort. Oh, but Brita's story breaks it up just before the count of two. When your back's against the wall, when you're desperate, you're dangerous. We saw that right there from Celestia. Needs to make the tag to Ellie Quinn. Not that Ellie Quinn is necessarily in very much better condition. Bee's knees this time connects. Into the pin. 1, 2. And it's Celestia we're talking about, man. And B. Barrett gonna march right over the corner to tag in Brina Story. Perhaps a little bit frustrated is Barrett here. As Story goes right back to work, wrenching at the arm of Celestia. They just need to not let Celestia make the tag. They're doing a phenomenal job of wearing Celestia down, picking them apart. But just like that, man, Celestia with that Troy Cult-esque kick. And now from behind, dropping Story down out of the knee. And the right off to follow it up. Celestia starting to take back control now. A little bit of disrespect. Mushing Brina Story's face into the canvas. Back to ringside we go now. As Story hopes to recover a little bit, but Celestia on her. Like a bee on a flower. I was going to say like a bee on honey, but trying to pollinate out here. It's not even B. Barrett. That's the legal competitor either, so disregard that pun attempt. Up to the top rope goes Celestia. As Brina Story starts to get to her feet, though, Celestia's still going to go for it. And misses wildly with that dropkick attempt. Now Story from behind with a Russian leg sweep. Story. Tag you, B. Barrett. As Ellie Quinn looking understandably worried about Celestia right now. Barrett! Oh, we gonna get it? The pollen bomb! It's a rare one. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3, yes! B. Barrett just pinned Celestia. What a win for our women's tag team champions. And like I said, though, that little bit of interference from Kiko Kishimoto at the start of the matchup definitely helped. Because up until that point, Ellie Quinn was firmly in control, but well, we know Kishimoto wasn't just out here to watch as a fan. Something was going to go down. But you can't blame the women's tag team champions for taking advantage, and they most certainly did. What a win for these two. And a big old pollen bomb in the end seals the deal. Just about put Celestia through the canvas. Another huge win for these two, man. It's just non-stopping for Brina Story and B. Barrett here in CMV. Who can knock these two off at this point? And up next, my fine feathered friends, here on Octane number 131, it's time to kick off the Global Championship reign of the OG Dirty Heel. Xander Slate, guys, who at Absolution brought an over 9-year drought to an end when he defeated Aaron Stone and Bob Luger to become the new CMV Global Champion. Yes, over 9 years, and at last, Slate once again a world champion. As he said, Octane is now his show. This show now belongs to the 400. And who could argue with him at this point? And he's looking to send a very clear message to that Octane locker room. His first night as global champion, as he takes on AK Bunny here in this champion versus champion matchup. A little bit of unresolved midness between these two as well. When AK Bunny first arrived here in CMV, he got into it with Slate. They never had a chance to properly, though, meet one-on-one in the ring. You gotta think what an opportunity this is for AK Bunny. What a sight to see, though. Well and truly, something I never thought we'd see again. Xander Slate hoisting up World Championship gold here in CMV. What? Xander Slate already remembering what it means to be a world champion here in CMV, because as I announced myself earlier tonight, next week here on Octane, Slate will be making his first defense of the Global Championship against the former champion and, well, his former brother, Bob Luger. That's a Descendants main event-worthy matchup that we're getting right here next week on Octane. Tell me what the A show is here in CMV. You can't lie to yourself. It's Octane, baby. But again, what an opportunity for this young man, AK Bunny, tonight, who's fresh off of, I mean, in my opinion, I went back and watched it twice since last episode of Octane, that Anarchy Rules, or parking lot mayhem we witnessed. Max Cutter and AK Bunny, man, they fought up on the scaffolding, they fought in the flower bed. And indeed, the gardener was not happy about that. I got a proper talking to. But in the end, AK Bunny retained his Anarchy Championship again against Max Cutter. And well, AK Bunny slowly starting to build up his confidence here in CMV. When he first arrived a couple months ago, he was sort of meek, but not anymore. And imagine what this win will do for him. Forget about it. So here we go. Champion versus champion. Xander Slate kicks off his global championship reign against Anarchy champion AK Bunny right here tonight. As we kick things off with a collar double tie-up. Very quickly, Slate overpowering Bunny. And that's certainly going to be the story here. Slate's power against the speed of AK Bunny. We'll see which one wins out. Slate now has a waistlock cinched in. Right into a roll-up, as crafty as they come, but not even a one count, unfortunately, for the OG Dirty Heel. He's going to plant a big boot right upside the head of Bunny, and Slate wasted no time flexing on him. Back to the car double tie-up. Push Bunny into the corner. Will we get a clean break here? Yes, we will. Obviously, it's a little bit of a power struggle here on Octane. You got, obviously, Bob Luger saying that he and the Vice City Saints run this shit. Xander Slate in the 400 saying that Octane is their show. And then Aaron Stone, the regulators, they say, we run this shit here on Octane. Well, I'd say with Slate's victory at Absolution, it's pretty clear. Oh, wait a minute. La Maestral. Celestia style right here, but a kick out before even one. And a big kick to the back. And the champion trying to psych himself up. Biggest match of his CMV career yet, no doubt about it. Oh, Slate maybe trying to set up for the kick already. AK Buddy, nice job to avoid it, and a big kick upside the head. Damn. Almost knocked Slate right out of the ring. From behind, back suplex. Oh, nice counter by Slate, though. Shoved back. Bunny gets to his feet, count of one. And this champion versus champion match, Slate sent to the side of the steel steps. Like I said, man, when AK Buddy first showed up here in CMV a little over a couple of months ago, he was nervous. He wasn't sure that he belonged here, but in a short amount of, okay, I don't know what he's thinking about doing here. Yeah, think twice. In a short amount of time, relatively, a couple of months, he has really come into his own. Thanks to the people, CyberSlam Octane became Anarchy champion, successfully defended it twice now over these last few weeks. And Slate mocking him though, elbow right upside the head of Bunny. Big clothesline out of the corner by the global champion. And once more, waits for Bunny to get to his feet. Springboard neck breaker from the veteran, the Hall of Famer. Dropping a fist on Bunny now, trying to slow things down. Obviously, Bunny wants him fast. As he comes out of the corner, double bounce moonsault. Straight out the textbook, beautiful execution of Bunny again. He's got that energy coursing through his veins. He knows what an opportunity this is for him here tonight. Gonna lay out Slate middle of the ring. Stomp to the back. Standing shooting star press into the pin. I mean, if Buddy defeats Xander Slate here tonight, I mean, does that make him #1 contender? Obviously, we'll have to wait to see who leaves next week as global champion when Bob Luker and Xander Slate meet one-on-one, but Buddy very well could be awaiting the victor if he's successful here tonight. Beautiful backbreaker into the pin. Again, Buddy looking to end things. Just a 1 count, though. Off the ropes. Bottom rope moonsault. And again, the pin. Very frequent pins by AK Bunny. Won't be enough to keep Slate down, but it's forcing him to expend energy. Up to the top, AK Bunny with that imploding Phoenix splash attempt, but Slate gets out of the way. Just before it connects, going to send Bunny into the corner, up on the top, not where you want to be. Xander Slate, though, gets backed up by Bunny. Up against the ropes, kick to the back of the knee. And a drop kick. Phenomenal drop kick there by AK Bunny. Slate going to drop down to the outside. As Bunny in and out of the ring, but oh, the foot DDT on the floor. Absolute brutality. Showcased by Bunny here, who goes to the top again. You cannot stop him, man. Too fast. Oh, but that's why they call it high risk. Oh, it looks like Bunny might have jacked up his knee, too. Landed right on his knee. Count of 2, and Xander Slate elbow now. And another. Maybe a third? No, you thought. Before Greco-Roman throat hold applied now. Grab on the back of the head is Bunny thrown into the ring. Again, this is Slate's opportunity here to kick off his reign with a bang, send a message to that locker room. Nice catch there. Bunny, though, right to the outside, straight back in. He ain't running. Out of the corner comes Slate. Big old cutter. Gonna stop Bunny dead in his tracks. As Slate now up to Brett's rope. And wait for Bunny to get to his feet. Slate lining up for a neck. Oh, another cutter. Couldn't tell if that was going to be a neck breaker or a cutter, but absolutely nailed it. And Slate's still only a 2 count, though. Right back into the pin, and the OG Dirty Heel does what he does best. Unlike Tobias Jones, not going to get caught. As now Slate, just like that. You know what it is. Take a kick. And into the pin. 1, 2. AK Bunny busted open, bleeding. But able to kick out as he knows he's in trouble, though. Rolls out onto the apron. Slate. Oh, gets guillotined. Trying to get him back into the ring. Slate off the ropes. Whoa! Went over AK Bunny's head. Now Bunny off the ropes here. With a drop kick. Knocking Slate down. By arm, by leg. Trying to... Oh, might be looking for the Muda lock. Yes, he is! Might not be as devastating as it was last week when he locked it in on Max Cutter in the flower bed, but Muda always going to tap. No, Slate's able to break the hold. Very slowly, both men back to their feet. Slate, bit quicker, no punch to the gut. Slate gonna shut his shit down in an instant. Pile driver. I'm looking down at AK Bunny, pure disgust and his one good eye, and you know what it is. Macho Man time. Elbow drop to the heart. And Slate, though, he says, I'm not done with you. I'm not done with you, kid. The cherry on top. Oh, Slate. Look at this. A modified rear naked choke has Bunny caught. And Slate, can Bunny get out? Can Bunny escape? Oh, he does not tap, though. Bunny showcasing his resolve there. Slate had that locked in real tight, too. Stopping Slate from trying to go over to the top rope again. Instead, Bunny goes up to the top rope. Double move stop, but no, Slate gets out of the way. Irish whip now going to send Bunny off the ropes. Says Slate with a token roll, single knee backbreaker, vintage. Drops to the outside, does Bunny. And a desperate attempt here to try to recover. Very nearly had to tap out to that rear naked choke. Good strategy by Bunny to try to go after the knees of Slate. He's got one bad knee, his right knee. The other one probably not doing too much better. Look, Slate's getting up there in age. Almost 37 years old. Slate's been busted open as well. Oh, what a power slam on the floor. Kick to the top of the head, though, and knocks Slate back. Bunny gonna throw him. Trying to get it back into the ring here. Oh, tiger suplex. Slate dropped on the back of his neck on the floor. But now back into the ring, Slate reverses the Irish whip. To the top, could it be another Macho Man elbow drop? No, Slate thinking something else here. Big clothesline. Takes down the Anarchy champion, goes for the pin to Slate, but that be enough to do it. 1, 2. No, it will not. Bunny wearing his heart on his sleeve here tonight for the biggest match of his CMV career. Slate says, go fuck yourself. No, misses the big boot punch to the gut by Bunny. Tries for a big old kick, Slate. Able to be avoided, though, just barely. As he hoists up Bunny now, gets behind him, reverse DDT in the middle of the ring. Bunny to the apron. To the air with a 450 off the ropes. And the Muda lock. AK Bunny locks in the Muda lock a second time. Will he tap out Xander Slate? Wait a minute, can Slate? No, releases the whole. Bunny, I don't think has enough left in the tank to keep that locked in, especially a submission like that, man, is strenuous. You need to be able to keep that. Oh, spiked his Slate. If Bunny could have kept it locked in longer, he might have had this match won. Hang on a second, he's up to the top again. Big crossbody. Bunny might have the record for most top rope attacks in a single match. Into the pin, though, Slate kicks out. What a match. I mean, what can you expect? Champ versus champ. Two of the best here on Octane. The imploding 450, or the imploding Phoenix Splash, I should say. And it connects this time, but Bunny's got to get him away from the ropes. Doesn't want to risk a rope break. And in fact, middle of the ring, the Muda lock, a third time. He's going to do it. AK Bunny's gonna do it! Slate taps! Xander Slate is tapped out! AK Bunny has just beaten the global champion, but Slate says I'm still champion, but look at this, wait a minute! The Climb to Fame contract holder, Kai Victory, on the stage saying, I'm watching. Not looking too impressed. Is he thinking about cashing in? Wait a minute. Well, I mean, he's dressed up in his suit now. Probably wouldn't be a good idea to cash in, but I think Kai Victory is letting Slate know, you better watch yourself. I'm here now. I'm on Octane. I got this contract, and I am watching you. And coming up next, guys, we've got some tag team action coming our way. But well, what a statement there, guys, made by Kai Victory. Let's not forget, let's not lose the fact, though, that AK Bunny just tapped out the global champion Xander Slate in the middle of the ring. Slate saying, hey, who gives a shit? I'm still global champion. But Bunny just took himself to a whole nother level here in CMV with that win. But indeed, up next, this terrifying tandem of Bloody Justice and Salvage about to take on the W Boys. This is a matchup that's been brewing for a few weeks now after the W Boys innocently tried to give Salvage and Bloody Justice a taste test of various W products, which Salvage and Bloody Justice did seem to enjoy, but it ended with Bloody Justice and Salvage laying out the W Boys. And we even saw just earlier tonight, Bloody Justice and Salvage chasing the W Boys around backstage. Well, this indeed has been a hell of a team, Bloody Justice and Salvage. A relationship that took a while to get going. Since the end of last season, they were kind of dancing around each other. A very unique sort of a communication system between these two. Let's just put it that way. I feel like I need to decipher to understand what the hell they're saying to each other. But, well, for a while they were fighting each other, but finally they decided to come together, decided they were stronger together. But for Peach and Punch W.GG, guys, use promo code CMV23 at checkout to get yourself 10% off. They are looking to get a little bit of payback against Salvage and Bloody Justice here. And I heard that night, Salvage logged on to W.GG and didn't even use the promo code. Unbelievable. The former Mystery Mask, the former Toyota Camry. A lot of people sleep on them. I get it. Let's not forget, both these guys former champs. Peach, a former Zero-G champion during his time as Mystery Mask, and of course Toyota Camry, a former Octane Tag Team Champion and Rite of Passage Champion. This tag team match gets underway here, though, as we see Bloody Justice get things started against Peach. The big guy. Gonna immediately make a tag. 2-punch. Bloody Justice, of course, a couple of minutes ago competing in the King of the Hill match. I believe he was the second one eliminated. Big drop kick there. You want to talk about accolades, though. Bloody Justice, obviously, one of the most decorated superstars in CMV history. Former Undisputed World Champion. Former Anarchy Champion. Too many Tag Team Championship reigns to even count, I feel like. But alongside Salvage, perhaps looking to prove themselves with a win here tonight, worthy of being next in line for a shot at the Octane Tag Team titles. Currently held by Pure Excellence, of course. They're also the World Tag Team Champions, and we know they've made it to Homecoming to compete in the Trios Championship Tournament Finals. I mean, by this time, a couple weeks, Pure Excellence could have the Octane Tag Team titles, the World Tag Team titles, and the Trios titles. Salvage just nasty, man, as they come in that ring. Obviously, outside of the ring, he loves to speak in riddles. I don't know if I've ever heard Salvage put together a cohesive single sentence, but it works for he and Bloody Justice. They understand what each other are saying. I guess that's all that they need. All I need to know is that once that bell rings, Salvage is an absolute beast. Peach gonna grab him by the arm, though. We're gonna stop him dead in his tracks here. Wrenching at the wrist. Oh, man, got snapped in half. Off the ropes with a drop kick, too, to the side of the head. Oh, but it looks like Peach might have rocked himself as well on that landing. Uh-oh. Peach a little bit loopy here. Salvage down, too, though. A little bit of a stalemate. Who's gonna get to their feet first? Oh, Salvage gonna try to make the tag. Guys, Peach might have knocked himself out. Again, that's why they call it high rest. There we go. He's okay. He's recovered. Somebody get this man some W. Some Beach and Peach W. Stat. Tag made to Bloody Justice. Comes off the top with a double axe handle. Lifts him up, walks him into the corner, right in front of Punch here. Just gonna chuck him out of the corner like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Stop. To the face. Always, like I said, Bloody Justice and Salvage. Once that bell rings, look outside of the ring. Two of the, I'll put it this way, most unique individuals in CMV history. Once that bell rings, they are no nonsense. They are all business. They are scary. Well, there's the tag to Punch, who immediately eats a throat thrust. Still focused on Punch, Punch W in the corner, but Bloody Justice still focused on Peach. Now going to make the tag to Salvage. Off the ropes. Way up into the air. With that double back body drop, and Salvage says enough fun and games. I think I even saw Salvage earlier tonight in catering, enjoying himself a nice Bloody Forest Glizzy. And I think he was sipping on that blue raspberry W. Got him energized here. Look at Punch, though. The former Toyota Camry. All on his own here. Taking out both Salvage and Bloody Justice. Might get the count out dub. Salvage, the legal man, has until 20 to get back into the ring. Up to the top. You know, Suntan, you could try W. Go to w.gg, use promo code CMV23. You'll get 10% off. Try it for yourself. You don't have to wonder. Salvage. Uh-oh. I don't like what he's setting up for here. Punch trying to just roll around and avoid it the best he can. It works. It actually worked. What a game plan. Look at the power, though. Just yeeting. Punch across the ring. Irish whip into the corner. And tag to Bloody Justice. Double axe handle to the arm. I mean, this has virtually been one-sided. Bloody Justice and Salvage have been dominating since the get-go. Punch had a little bit of life, but it's been pretty quickly snuffed out. Big old splash from off the top, and you can see Peach wanting that tag. Punch in no condition, though, to comply. Scoops him up out of the corner. No, DDT to counter by Bloody Justice. The former undisputed world champion straight out the Bloody Forest. Countered there is the Irish whip attempt. As Punch with a scoop. No, countered into a DDT. It just seems like every single time Punch starts to mount a little bit of a comeback, immediately it is snuffed out. Vintage tombstone pile driver. One, and Peach has to come to the rescue of Punch there, break up the pin. Tag made to Salvage. I just love watching Bloody Justice and Salvage work, though. They are a well-oiled machine. I'm glad they decided to come together, stop fighting each other, and start fighting everybody else as a team. Because they are a joy to watch. They love inflicting punishment. They love torturing their opponents. Bloody Justice. Oh my God, the claw. I'm just going to hoist up Punch. Now going to the corner and try to stop him from making the tag. Oh no. Oh! What a save though. Quick thinking there by Peach. Bloody Justice was setting up for Sister's Joy. Peach said, think again. What a barrage of punches here for the former pro boxer. Punch. Gassing himself up. Laying into Bloody Justice in the corner. Popping him up now. Needs to make that tag to Peach, though. Bloody Justice will not allow it. Look at daring Peach to try something again. Punch fires back, big right hand. Another of those shutdown forearm smash by Bloody Justice. Irish whip into the corner. Tag to Salvage. And is this the end for the W Boys here tonight? The double justice effect! Into the pin, say your prayers. 1, 2, 3. Kick out by Punch. W. Look at Salvage. Attack Bloody Justice right back in. His Punch has the right idea here to drop down to the outside. And Bloody Justice will try to go after Peach and pays for it. Meanwhile, in an attempt to shake it off, Punch back into the ring. Goes low, big European uppercut. Taking an old school Toyota Camry style, with the pin broken up by Salvage. Back to work on Bloody Justice. Punches in bunches. Justice going nowhere though. Back into the ring. Punch on him with a Hurricane Rana. Almost sent him right into Peach's nether region there. That was a close call. Under the corner, can he finally make that tag? Yes, he can. Here comes Peach, W, and the W Boys get to working. God damn. Battering that man, Bloody Justice. Oh, what a knee upside the head. Back into the ring, Bloody Justice looking like he might not know where the hell he is right now. Bloody Justice gonna slowly pick himself up. Oh, wait a minute. Punch gonna drop Bloody Justice down to ringside, slam him. Face first off the apron, but he thinks he's still legal. Back into the ring, no counter by Bloody Justice. With a back suplex. In the ring, Peach. Hyping himself up, Bloody Justice back into the ring. Just gonna toss this big man, Peach W overhead, like it's nothing to tag to Salvage. Both the W boys down at ringside here. As Salvage looks to potentially collect a count out win here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Looks like Peach a little bit unsure if he wants to get back into the ring, and I don't blame him. Oh, and there, that's why. Instantly met with a big boot by Salvage, who tags Justice in. And you couldn't pay me to get into the ring against Salvage and Bloody Justice, that's for damn sure. Back body drop into the pin. Punch gonna break it up. Not even allowing the 1 count. Bloody Justice. Double axe handle just punishing. Peach W right now. I think I might have just got my W delivery. Good timing. Shiesty. Technical difficulties for a moment. Salvage and Bloody Justice really love that double axe handle to the arm. It's effective. As a wise man once said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Clothesline off the top, Salvage into the pin. That's not enough. The W boys, if nothing else, they are a resilient duo. There's that power. Oh my goodness! Chucking around Salvage like a rag doll. Salvage just under 300 pounds as well or so. And now the tag. Oh, what is this? The dummy death drop. Into the pin. Oh, but Bloody Justice not only breaks up the pin, but inadvertently or on purpose. Either way, it takes out the referee. Punch! Out of the corner, literally. Tag Peach right back in. Starting to take back control late into this matchup are the W boys. Referee's still down, but power bomb. European uppercut combination. They are punishing Salvage right now. Referee's starting to get back to her feet just as a tag is made to Bloody Justice. She did see it. Little clothesline there by BJ. Oh, dropped hard. Back first onto the apron. But Punch is the legal man for the W boys right now. Big punches to the face by Justice. Irish Whip gets countered from behind Bloody Justice with a backbreaker. Count of 6. Into the steel steps goes Bloody Justice, gives Punch a chance to jump back into the ring. Count of 9. Have until 20 to get back into the ring, doesn't matter. Punch reset the count anyhow. And Punch telling Bloody Justice, get back into the ring, let's continue dancing. He ain't gonna wait though, gonna bring Bloody Justice back into the ring with a suplex. Gonna try for a quick pin. Will the desperation pay off? Almost, but almost not good enough. You can see the desperation on Punch W's face right now. The man formerly known as Toyota Camry. Oh, and caught by Bloody Justice with the Justice effect. But Peach says we ain't going down that easy. Justice tries to take a swipe at him, but might not have any choice in the matter. Irish Whip, nope, reversed. And Punch! Oh, not even able to get off one, though. He tried for the 10 count. Justice said, Think again, buddy boy. Takes him down with the forearm smash. Justice. Oh, and a cheap shot from Salvage. Bloody Justice back into the ring, and a nice setup there. Throw it overhead like it's nothing. And the tag to Salvage, the Harbinger. Gonna go for a pin off a stomp. 1, 2, 3, and gets the win. Salvage and Bloody Justice knock off the W Boys here tonight. I mean, 90% of this matchup dominated by Salvage and Bloody Justice. The W Boys did have a comeback there towards the end. I thought for a second they were going to take the dub. No pun intended there. But in the end, this terrifying tandem of Salvage and Bloody Justice with another very impressive victory. And here was the beginning of the end. Salvage able to catch punch with that Justice effect, and well, Salvage comes in to feast on the remains and pick up the victory. And into our tertiary main event we now go, my friends, here on Octane. Number 131. Great night it's been so far. Still a lot to look forward to. Including up next after this, television champion Gianna. One-on-one with Jackie Storm. And of course, in our main event, our second round matchup in the Trios Championship Tournament, Bob Luger and the Vice City Saints taking on the regulars to see who's going to homecoming. But first, Ben Stacy. Never far from him is Ileana Summers getting ready, guys, to go one-on-one here with Lorenzo Alexander. This could be a little bit of a sleeper matchup, as Stacy most certainly, guys, aggravated with nobody more than himself for dropping the ball a few nights ago at Absolution in the King of the Hill match. He was the first one eliminated when walking into it, for a lot of people, he was the favorite. But Ileana Summers telling him, and it's true, you got to pick yourself up, you got to dust yourself off, you can't mope. You get back to work, you stay on the grind, eventually it will pay off. And that's what Ben Stacy's going to do here tonight. As much as I believe it with all my heart, down in the cockles of my heart, that Ben Stacy one day will be global champion, he's got to start putting together these wins. I mean, we've seen him given the opportunities multiple times, even so far this season. The triple threat matchup, CyberSlam Octane, he, Chris Andrews, Bob Luger couldn't win. King of the Hill and Absolution couldn't win. One thing's for sure, though, he's certainly not looking to be the stepping stone for Lorenzo Alexander. That's for sure. And Lorenzo Alexander, though, guys, meanwhile, he exploded onto the scene here in CMV a few weeks back when he defeated Bob Luger while Luger was global champion, clean as a whistle. I mean, you really can't ask for a much bigger debut than that. The potential of this young kid instantaneously put on display. He unfortunately could not qualify for King of the Hill. This is his third matchup. And he's hoping to utilize that momentum he earned defeating Bob Luger to get what would be another big win here against Ben Stacy as we continue down the road to Ascendance 13. So here we go, our tertiary main event, Ben Stacy, Lorenzo Alexander, one-on-one. The British Angel, Alexander, who might have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder after such a debut win against Bob Luger. I wouldn't blame him if so. He's going to start off strong here. Springboard moonsault to Stacy, who's even got himself some new digs and all here in an attempt to try to reset. Only get closer and closer to Ascendance 13, guys. Of course, our next roadblock just a couple of weeks away, live from Miami, Florida, homecoming. And then it'll be Purgatory, and after that, it's a straight shot to the show of shows live from Detroit, Michigan. It's that kick there that Stacy is now going to pay for it as Alexander with a knee drop right across the forehead. And going to try for an early pin. Open to collect the dubski just like that, but a kick out of two. Drops down now into a side headlock. And the beautiful Ileana Summers, who's just as dangerous at ringside, which Alexander has to be weary of just as I start to talk about her. Hops up onto the apron, must have heard me, and takes off that top turnbuckle cover, exposing the steel ring beneath it in an attempt to give Ben Stacy an opportunity. Both guys trying to go after each other, neither connecting there. And Stacy now tries for a quick pin. 1, 2, but a kick out. Stacy up to Brett's rope as he stalks Lorenzo Alexander to deliver a Meteora. Double knees right to the face. Oh, and that knee, I think, just might have busted Alexander open. He's going to roll to the outside. Yeah, he is bleeding. And writhing in agony. Stacy not going to relent. He's like a great white shark in the water, man. He smells that blood. He's going in for the kill. Oh, look at Alexander. Going to get cheeky, trying to dig under the skin of Ben Stacy here. Stacy not going to fall for it, though. Throws him right back into the ring. Stacy off the ropes with a crossbody. Absolutely gorgeous. Summers now throwing a kendo stick into the ring, doing absolutely anything she can here to get Ben Stacy some sort of edge. Oh, but look at this. Elbow drop into the pin. One, but it's just a 1 count. Stacy taking a moment to assess the situation, but even just a second like that might be all Exam needs. Referee, though, busy getting rid of that kendo stick that Ileana Summers slid into the ring. And that might have just cost Alexander there 2.5. He's going to go up to the top. Referee now fixing the exposed turnbuckle as Alexander nails that corkscrew shooting star press. And following it up with the sunset strip. Unbelievable, into the pin. 1, 2. But the British Angel digs down deep to carry on and kick out. Alexander, whose face looks to be all sorts of fucked up right now. Oh, Ileana Summers has again taking out that top turnbuckle cover, distracting the referee as Alexander from retro hits an elbow of his own into the pin, but the referee has his back turned, does not see it. Could it still be enough? No, not even a 1 count. That might have been the win right there. Look at this, Lorenzo knows it too. He's frustrated. Irish whip off the ropes goes Ben Stacy. Stacy, though, runs right by him. Outmaneuvers him. Lorenzo finally able to catch him, though. Drags him into the corner. Elbow to the side of the head. Stacy with the half Nelson suplex. Vintage, but he's down too. Both of them down. Did he get to the pin? Stacy dragging himself. Able to get his arm over Lorenzo's chest. 1, 2, but a kick out. Too much time wasted there. What a matchup here at our tertiary main event. Uh-oh, Alexander's going to get caught. He's going to get caught in that Kraken's clutch. Ben Stacy with the Kraken's clutch locked in. Alexander in very big trouble here. He's able to escape, though. And out of the corner. How the hell is he that fast? Whoa! Catches Stacy flush with a cutter out of the corner. How did he get there? Whoa, wait a minute. Lorenzo Alexander has just taken up the top turnbuckle cover. The referee, though, saw him do it. Gotta be careful not to get himself disqualified. Barely even tried to hide it. And I guess he's going to say, hey, if you want to play dirty, I could play that game just as well. Back into the ring. Alexander looking to come out of the corner with another front flip DDT. Hits it. And immediately a springboard moonsault follows it up. This guy is unbelievably fast. I feel like I blinked and he's all the way across the ring, jumping off the top rope. Speaking of, from the top, another corkscrew shooting star press. This time he can go for the pin. 1, 2. Stacy again able to survive, but barely. Alexander knows he's got him dead to run. What a reversal that was. Into the pin, Northern Lights suplex. 1, 2. Almost a quick steal right there from Stacy. Another knee drop as Alexander, I already said, but man, his face is real jacked up here. He is bleeding like a stuck pig. This is the elbow drop. Alexander hoping he can take advantage as he goes off the ropes for... Oh, but Ileana Summers now getting directly involved as she distracts the newcomer, giving Stacy the time he needs to try to recover, but he can't get back to his feet. Alexander, with a rookie mistake there, almost cost himself. He's got to lock in. Left arm elbow drop says now He sets up for another sunset strip. Right into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Lorenzo Alexander gets the dub. Another dub here on Octane. Talk about a first few weeks here at CMV. First Bob Luger, and now Ben Stacy. Lorenzo Alexander has undeniably arrived here in CMV. When it comes to Ben Stacy, guys, I don't know what it is that needs to change, but obviously there's something missing. The opportunities keep slipping through his fingers. Ileana Summers says to keep his head up, but there's only so long you can do that for. Lorenzo Alexander, yeah, he's got his wounds from this match, though. He's going to need some stitches, I think. That is a wicked-looking cut. But worth it for a huge win here tonight. And now into our co-main event we go, lads and gents. As the champion of all of television, the Pop Princess Gianna, set to go one-on-one here with Jackie Storm. As we now know at Homecoming, Gianna will be making her first defense of the television championship against Sofia Hernandez, who last week here on Octane not only won a fatal 5-way match, but then defeated Jackie Storm to become #1 contender. And it was after that matchup that Gianna made quite a statement, attacking Jackie Storm right in front of Sofia Hernandez, laying her out right in the middle of the ring. And this is a matchup that Sofia Hernandez has been looking forward to for months at this point. Remember, Hernandez a couple months ago called out Gianna for a one-on-one match. Gianna, though, made her jump through hoops, handicap matches, and Hernandez never ended up getting that singles matchup she so desired. But now, Gianna can't deny her the opportunity. At Homecoming, it will be Hernandez-Gianna for the television championship tonight. It is Gianna one-on-one with Jackie Storm. And Jackie Storm certainly out for her own little bit of revenge here tonight for that attack by Gianna last week. And with a win here, though, Jackie Storm has to know maybe she'll be waiting for the winner post-Homecoming, whether it be Hernandez or Gianna. If she can defeat the television champ here in this non-title bout. So here we go, our co-main event, Gianna, Jackie Storm, non-title matchup. As Gianna looks to continue building on her momentum heading into Homecoming. I still do not know how there are people out there within the CM universe, even backstage, who deny that Gianna is the greatest of all time. Let me just say it bluntly. All right, no tiptoeing around it. Former Women's World Champion, former Rising Star Champion, former Women's Tag Team Champion, and now the Television Champion. All of that in less than 2 years here in CMV. And I have a feeling she's about to go on one hell of a run with that Television Championship. Sofia Hernandez, the first roadblock that Gianna has to get past, though, at Homecoming. Ripping and tearing at that knee. Gianna an early advantage here against Jackie Storm. Oh, they reverse that dropkick into the corner, but Gianna immediately back in control with a powerbomb attempt. Storm, though, with punches to the top of the head to set herself free, and Storm right off the ropes. The forearm didn't get all of it. So it'll be grazed Gianna upside the head. Enough to get Gianna off her feet, though. Up to the top goes Storm. What a distance here. Storm seems confident she can make it, though. Off the top. Ooh, just gonna barrel right over Gianna. Almost the midsection now, Storm. Who again, knows full well that with a win here, could be lined up as the #1 contender post-Homecoming. Whether we see Sofia Hernandez or Gianna leave Miami, Florida as the Television Champion. Back into the ring, Gianna. Gonna get caught by Storm. Irish whip sends her to the corner, guys. So to come up next in our main event, our second and final second round matchup in the Trios Championship Tournament. As we will see Bob Luger and the Vice City Saints take on the regulars to see who's going to Homecoming. The face, we now know, Pure Excellence. And a ladder match for the Trios Championship. Pinfall attempt there by Storm, but a kick out at 1. Jackie Storm now belly to belly. Oh, but gouges the eye to Gianna. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Gianna, though, head scissors, throws her down. Storm right to the top rope with a lowdown. Hell of a form on that right. That would be the best lowdown I have seen in a long time. Don't tell Dante Tatum I said that. A little bit of a spin, getting fancy with it. Gianna having none of that, though. Kick right outside the head. Another kick to the back. Confident in every right to be the Television Champion, Gianna. German suplex. Gonna catch Storm coming off the ropes, but Storm, good job to know where she is and crawl into the corner quickly. Gianna, though, unfortunately, that might be where she wants her. The Pop Princess. Tearing into the arm now. Careful, though, not to get disqualified. Only to the count of 5. Up to Brett's rope, and Gianna certainly enjoys a slower pace. As we're seeing here, drop kick from off the second rope. Takes her time. Kicks, man. Look at Storm, though. Blue Thunderbomb. No, Gianna with a punch to the top of the head. And into a Black Widow. But Storm's out of it. Pretty quickly drop toe hold to escape. Both women a little bit groggy getting to their feet. But now Gianna with a kitchen sink attempted. Caught by Storm, though. Elbows to the midsection by the Television Champion. Irish whip into the corner. Gianna. Slow approach. A little bit too slow, perhaps. Storm seeing what she was coming with. Big clothesline. Both women getting knocked down to the outside. Jackie Storm, her own kick to the lower back of Gianna before now going after the hand. Repeatedly stomping on it. And you know that Sofia Hernandez has to be watching very closely. And let's not hope that Hernandez is too eager, because sometimes that can come back to bite you. I've been looking forward to a matchup for so long. You kind of build it up in your head. And then you start to maybe doubt yourself or get overzealous. Hang on right here. Oh, what the hell? We're at a count of 8. Oh, wait a minute now. Ref, come on. Gianna's down on the outside. And ref, come on. No. Not like this. Gianna would never do that. See, this is the difference between Gianna and everyone else. She would never take a cowardly count-out win like that. Unbelievable, man. Why do bad things happen to good people? Jackie Storm, yeah, gets the win, but by count-out. Nothing to be proud of if you ask me. And that's why Gianna's the television champion and Jackie Storm isn't. Well, Sofia Hernandez better take note, though. She cannot do this at Homecoming. She'll need to pin or submit Gianna. That's the only way she wins the championship at Homecoming. Well, now, my friends, we get down to it, our main event of the evening here on Octane number 131. And our second and final second round matchup of the Trios Championship Tournament. We found out last night on Shockwave, Pure Excellence defeating the Undisputed Elite. They're going to Homecoming. But who will they be meeting in that ladder match to crown the new Trios Champions? We're about to find out here as Bob Luger, and it is a sad sight seeing Luger walk down that ramp without the Global Championship around his waist. It became such a regular occurrence. It's almost bizarre. I feel like I'm suffering from whiplash here. But it hopefully will not be for too long, because of course next week here on Octane, Bob Luger gets his rematch. Will face Xander Slate for the Global Championship. But tonight, alongside the Vice City Saints, Luger looking to punch his ticket to Homecoming. Luger and the Vice City Saints defeating the Killjoy Club in the first round, while the Regulators knocked off the 400. Man, I'll tell you what, I am very much looking forward to the party this weekend on the yacht of the Vice City Saints, and, well, hopefully we'll be partying for their involvement in the Trios Championship match at Homecoming. Louis Sarcher, Declan Weiss, always ready to have a good time, but they also themselves have shown a different side since joining up with Bob Luger. They're ruthlessness exhibited during that backstage brawl, and also when they helped Bob Luger to break Shaq's arm in half. These are two guys that can steal your bitch on a Monday and then shatter your kneecap on a Tuesday. That's what I love about the Vice City Saints. What's Louis Archer sipping on tonight? Let's see, got that W with a couple shots of vodka in there. Hey, if Chris Andrews can walk around every single week downing 15 lagers, why can't Louis Archer have a little something? Oh, Louis Archer, yeah, he does strike me as a little bit of a tequila guy. And there, Johnny Emerald, Emmett Jones, Aaron Stone, the Regulators, who are so desperately attempting to cling on to this foolish notion that they run anything here on Octane. This is Bob Luger's show, but I'd say even Xander Slade, obviously, as the global champion, has a stronger claim to this being his show. Aaron Stone lost the Octane Tag Team Championship, couldn't win back the Global Championship at Absolution. And it's going to be another loss here tonight for the Regulators. Spoiler alert for you. So here we go to find out who's going to be going to Homecoming. Live from Miami, Florida, to face Pure Excellence in a ladder match for the Trios Championship. We'll have our first Trios Champions crowned in over 8 years here in CMV. Kicking things off, Bob Luger and Johnny Emerald. Emerald up to the top. Trying for a knee drop attempt, but Luger got out of the way. And Luger looks like he's going to make an early tag out to Declan Weiss. I'll tell you what, you party with Declan Weiss a couple of times, your life will be changed. This man goes harder than anyone I've ever known. And I used to hang out with Samuel Boone back in the day, you know what I mean? Just tossed out of the ring there by Johnny Emerald. What is going on with that fan in the front row? Possessed by a demon. Emerald looks like taking the long way around. Not too sure what the game plan is here. Okay, just to turn around. Oh, and there's a knee right across the jaw. Ripping, tearing at the arm. Now up to count of 7. They have until 20 in this matchup to get back into the ring. Irish whip, that's going to get reversed. Emerald, ooh. Ribs first into the side of the steel barricade. Russian leg sweep. God, that one just absolutely shattered Emerald's spine right there. Declan Weiss, like I said, when they were making their way out here, man, they can party, but they can kick some ass, too. You're going to sleep on the Vice City Saints, you'll pay for it. 15 count. Aaron Stone trying to take a swipe at Declan Weiss, but no luck. Back into the ring. Declan Weiss showing off the 18-inch pythons. Whoa! But Emerald, nice catch midair. Turn that into a power slam. That's a tag. Tag now to the former farmer boy, Emmett Jones. Rocket launcher. Gonna send him flying off the top. Emmett Jones got to be wondering how he's feeling. A little bit of family turmoil currently going on with his sister Amelia Jones and his brother Tobias. Big crossbody off the top and into the pin. Broken up, though. It's just not been a good couple of months for the Regulators. I mean, Emmett Jones couldn't win the Anarchy Championship. Aaron Stone losing the Octane Tag Team Championship. Couldn't win back the Global Championship at Absolution. This is really their last chance, it seems like, to try to get some championship gold back into their ranks. As we just continue down the road to Ascendance 13. And if you're not a champion, the short and skinny of it is, if you're not a champion, you're not necessarily guaranteed to be at Ascendance 13. If you're a champion, you're going to be at the show of shows. You're going to be defending. If you're titleless, though, you're going to have to prove that you deserve to compete on that grandest stage of them all. Big old side slam right there by Jones. As he tags Emerald back and looks like Stone perhaps going to hang back, take it easy in this matchup. Emerald was looking to go right in for the kill here. Is it bedtime for Bob Luger? Knee to the face into the pin. Right there in the corner, though. Declan Vice breaks that up with ease. On the attack still, though, Emerald, that forearm smash. Out of the corner, Johnny Boy. From behind with a forearm to the back of the head. But look at Luger. Veteran instincts. He just makes that tag right away to Luis Archer. The advantage of knowing where you are at all times in that ring. Tag to Emmett Jones. The stop is Luis Archer delivers a knee right to the side of the head before going up to the top rope. Luis Archer geeking off that W, makes him a little something, delivers a forearm right to the top of Emmett Jones' head into the pin here to advance to homecoming one. But Emmett Jones going to get saved there by Johnny Emerald. Archer trying to knock him out of the ring. I see. Oh, okay. Interesting. Slowly bring Emmett Jones up into a seated position. Rolling neck snap from the side. Taking control now is Luis Archer. And he has brought things to a little bit of a halt here. Emmett Jones, a desperate attempt to try and pick himself back up. But oh, watch out, almost got knocked down to the floor. European uppercut. Follow Archer to the outside. You know that pure excellence. Let's keep a close eye on this matchup. Who will it be that they face at homecoming in a ladder match to crown the new Trios champions? Well, Aaron Stone sent into the ring at last. He's not the legal man still, though. He's going to roll right back out as Archer sends Jones into the corner. Going to make the tag to Luger. Attempted tag to Luger, but Emmett Jones stops it. Right back into the corner, though. Luis Archer says, get this fucking tag. Bob Luger, Luis Archer. Look at this teamwork between these two. Mule kick. And a kick right to the back of the head. Senton by Luger follows up. Knee across the chest. The former global champion, the future global champion. The work ethic titan Bob Luger with an Irish whip back into the ring. And a wheelbarrow neck breaker takes Emmett Jones down hard. He needs to make a tag in a real bad way right now, does Emmett Jones. Declan Vice, though, gets tagged in. Vice with some stomps to the back of the head. This is certainly the pace that the Vice City Saints enjoy. See, they party hard, but in that ring, they're very meticulous. Finally, Emmett Jones able to fight back a little bit, but immediately that gets shut down as Declan Vice delivers some shoulder thrusts here in the corner. Get battered. As Emmett Jones. Stone now has to make the save. And Emmett make that tag. Declan Vice distracted by Aaron Stone, and that allows Emmett to make the tag to Johnny Emerald. Aaron Stone still has not been tagged in yet. Johnny Emerald, the powerbomb. Declan wants to get the hell out of here. Off to the outside. Aaron Stone getting a little bit antsy. He wants to get his hands dirty in this matchup. Our main event here on Octane number 131. Who is going to be headed to Miami, Florida. Obviously, that would be great for the Vice City Saints to compete in their hometown. It's only if they can get through the regulators here. Right at kind of 7. And Emerald. Oh, watch out. Joe's refusing to move. 9 now is Johnny. Gonna send Declan Vice back into the ring. That tag will be finally to Aaron Stone. No, gonna go up to the top here is Emerald. As he looks for a swanton across the back of Declan Vice. Uh-oh, watch out, Luis Archer trying to come to the end of his tag team partner, but fails to do so. Did give Declan Vice a little bit of time, but it looks like he's not going to be able to do much with it. Emerald to the top again. An elbow drop right to the heart of Declan Vice into the pin for the win, but a kick out by Vice. Look at Johnny, though. He's locked in here as he looks to hit the snooze button. No, nice reversal by Declan, avoiding getting his nose broken potentially there. And the tag made to Luis Archer. Goes for a stop, though. Moves out of the way to Emerald. Not fast enough to avoid that punch, though. Elbows to the midsection is Emerald. Looks like he's gassing out a little bit. Might need to think about making a tag himself to Aaron Stone, I'd say. And there we go. Finally, the protein-packed powerhouse is tagged in for the first time in this match. And he's wasted no time getting right down to business. Forearm smash to the back. Clothesline. Oh, but Declan Vice and Bob Luger. Look at that teamwork. Now that is a trio. Aaron Stone got absolutely caught up there. Right now, both Luis Archer and Aaron Stone are down. Archer's going to make the tag to Bob Luger. Luger and Stone sharing the ring with each other, just a couple of nights removed from their global championship match. At Absolution, big clothesline to the back of Luger's head. I'm going to make Declan Vice pay for his cheap shot. Luis Archer too, but Archer with an elbow to the jaw. Aaron Stone fighting off everyone by himself right now. Elbows to the midsection, Stone with a drop kick. Gonna try for the quick pin here. 1, 2, but a kick out. Stone tag made to Johnny Emerald. Emerald been putting the regulators on his back here tonight so far. Picking up the slack. Even jaw of Luger though. Oh, there's Declan Vice. Helping out Bob Luger, knocking Emerald off the apron as he was trying to set up for something big. Emerald here in the corner, double axle attempted, but Luger, nice mule kick back and forth in between these two. Who is going to homecoming? Potentially become the first trios champions in over 8 years here in CMV. Big Superman punch by the former Farmer Boy. Emmett Jones not going to stop there. On the rocks to Bob Luger. Are the regulators going to do it? Are they going to Miami? No. Pin broken up by Declan Vice at just the count of 1. Jones from the second rope. Blue jeans and all. Must be those Chuck Norris blue jeans, those more flexible. Because I don't know how you could just compete in a matchup in regular old jeans. Even Aaron Stone at this point has ditched the denim. He's gotten himself some proper tights. I can't imagine it's comfortable to wrestle in jeans. In the corner, right, that tag to Johnny Emerald. Teamwork here between these two. Double back body drop. Emerald going to continue the attack with stomps to the back of the head. This has been a very, very slow-paced matchup. And fall to, oh, Emerald, okay. Just like that, Johnny Emerald has just pinned Bob Luger, by the way. All right. I didn't see that coming. Obviously, the Vice City Saints didn't either. Neither of them tried to make the save. Wow. And just like that, guys, the Regulators are going to homecoming. And so our finals are set. It's going to be Pure Excellence versus the Regulators in a ladder match to crown the new Trios champions. Aaron Stone, man, what an easy night for him, huh? He got in, hit 2 moves. The boys really carried him here tonight. Like I said earlier in the match, Johnny Emerald really the MVP of this one. And he pins Bob Luger. That is huge. And so it shall be. Pure Excellence. The Regulators in Miami, Florida, baby. A ladder match for the Trios Championship. Finally, something good for the Regulators. I don't know what Aaron Stone's celebrating for. My man's did nothing in that matchup. Johnny Emerald should really be the only one doing any kind of celebrating here. But I digress. What a main event. What a show. And I'll see you next time.